My next question is the perfect example of what we were talking about. The 2023 World Cup final in India in front of a packed house, and then Travis Head happened. How important was that victory? And I always say it's not just the Australian team, it's the Australian mindset.
Look, I take Travis out of the equation for the first part of it. The thing is what happens behind closed doors. There was a lot of planning. A lot of planning the night before about how the bowling structures were going to be. We stopped 30, 40 runs in the circle in the first 10 overs. We took wickets. We win the toss, we bowl first. What do? We do well in the final. We fielded well. What we had to do was, if the bowlers bowled the correct lines and correct lengths, the fielders were in the right placement for where the ball would go if they bowled there. So it happened to be that we went a little bit closer as a fielding unit. You had Steve Smith, myself, Glenn Maxwell, and we had Marnus Labuschagne. What we did as a pack, we came closer together. If you wanted to beat us, you had to get it right through the middle, right? But we fielded like crazy. And we knew if we could outfield the opposition in the first 10 overs and save runs, that builds pressure, we take wickets. We go back to, I think it was 150 or 160 balls, I think India didn't score a boundary.
Yeah, that's the phase.
Right?
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma came out and batted the way he does. I think Glenn Maxwell gets him out, I think. He tries to take him over cover and gets caught. Amazing catch. The turning point was that middle period where we didn't allow boundaries. To restrict India for 240 in an international white ball game, not just a World Cup game.
It's
any white ball form of cricket in India is an incredible feat in itself. But a sea of blue, 110,000 people, and there was like 10 yellow shirts. We had the whole of the world, well, not the whole of the world, the whole of the Indian nation against us. So what do we have to lose? Nothing. We've won World Cups before, plenty of World Cups. We know the big stage. When the odds are so far against you, you don't even think about the winning. You think about what's happening right now. The most pressure was on India. Now we can talk about Travis Head's innings. That was unbelievable innings. You know, he's got such a crazy record against India. And we talk about records against oppositions. He just has this knack of scoring runs against India. You know, and that innings was, you know, I think it will go down as one of his greatest innings in his career.
Of course, very memorable.
And their moments as a player you'd want to be a part of, and that was really, really special. But that's the only way to silence the crowd, is by putting your best foot forward and doing what we did.